What's up guys, Rogue9 here. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has released a patch update number 2 to the test server build, and it gives us a nice insight into some of the new little features we can expect in the full game in the coming weeks. A quick reminder, my giveaway is still running until the end of the month, and if you've already entered, I've just added an additional way to gain 3 more entries, so do check the link in the description below for details. And with that, let's take a look at what updates PUBG has in store for us. Apart from a few bug fixes and tweaks to improve the game performance, there are 2 areas of the game that will see more interesting changes. One update is linked to publisher Bluehole's increasing pressure on cheaters in the game, and the other is linked to additions to the loot box system. Immediately in the first paragraph of the patch notes, we are told, as part of our latest efforts, we are adding a new way to report suspected cheaters in-game. Starting with the current test build, once the testing is complete, this feature will be moved to the live servers as well. You will be able to report players directly from the replay feature of our game. This means that you no longer need to be killed by a suspected cheater for you to be able to use the in-game reporting tool. We encourage you to use the replay report tool, as it is an effective and efficient way of making us aware of the players who are undermining your enjoyment of the game. So what is changing in the replays? First off, there are a few general improvements that are not directly connected to the new reporting features, but are nice little details nonetheless. You will be able to watch replays without delay as soon as you die in solo mode, when you win the match, solo or with friends, or when all teammates are eliminated. When a care package is dropped during a replay, an icon will appear on the map and minimap and will highlight when the crate is falling, has landed, and when it has been looted. When you have the player nameplates active during a replay, this is controlled with the H key, you will now be able to hit the G key to also show which weapon each player is currently using. And now over to the cheat reporting via the replays. Currently live on the test server and hopefully coming to the release version soon are 2 ways in which you can report any suspected cheater you may have seen in any of your last 20 games. Firstly, you can hit the tab key to access the player list and then press the right mouse button on the list to see the report button pop up. Alternatively, you can also access the timeline of any player you are following by pressing the J key, and you will then see the shiny new report button all the way on the right. When you choose to report a player for cheating, you will be able to specify the offense you witnessed: aim lock, no recoil, shooting through cover, or speed hacks. Being able to report cheaters via the replays even when the player didn't kill you in-game will hopefully make it easier to clean up the game going forward and add to the 1.5 million total bans that were reported by BattleEye at the end of December. And now over to the other significant addition to the game. 2 new types of loot boxes will be joining the existing 2 types. So soon you will be able to spend your in-game battle points for a chance to snag the existing Wanderer and Survivor crates, or one of the newly added Biker or Desperado crates. As before, you can purchase up to 6 crates per week, the first one costing 700 battle points, and each consecutive one costing 1,400, 2,800, 4,200, 5,400, and 7,000 points. Each of these new crates will include all new cosmetic items, and while the Biker crates can be opened just like the 2 existing crates, the Desperado crates will be locked and will require a key for you to be able to open them. Keys can be purchased via the Steam store and will be priced at $2.50 worldwide. In the patch notes, Bluehole says, "We will also be testing the new crate system with 2 new crates. We know that some of you have been looking forward to this." Really? There are some people who have been looking forward to locked loot boxes that cost $2.50 to unlock? Really? Because I remember when Payday 2 tried to introduce locked loot boxes, and the player community around that game was really not impressed. At all. And okay, Bluehole reassures us that, as always, all our crate items are purely cosmetic in nature and provide no gameplay advantage. But does that really excuse the introduction of payments for the chance at a random item? Fair enough, if there were items up for grabs that somehow gave players an in-game advantage, this practice would be absolutely unacceptable. But I'm not sure that I like this addition very much either. Sure, if you get a duplicate item or if you don't want to pay to open a Desperado crate, you can sell them on the Steam marketplace, but isn't this whole skin and loot box selling system exactly what allowed all of those shady skin gambling sites to take advantage of CSGO players? For me personally, this really isn't something I need to see in a game, even if PUBG will show you which items are available in each crate, each week, and the percentage chances of winning each item. But since the test server client comes with a bunch of free battle points and 6 free keys, let's give this a go then. Drop rates for the individual boxes are 40% for each of the new ones and 10% for the old ones, and I end up with 2 Desperado crates, 1 Wanderer crate, and 3 Biker crates. So far so good. The Wanderer crate gets me a t-shirt red, great for getting spotted and sniped at all ranges. The Biker crates get me the school shoes brown, one of the most common items at a drop rate of 15%, and a long sleeve t-shirt red, again with a 15% chance, and another long sleeve t-shirt red. That's quite disappointing, but I guess this is one of the most likely items, and yet the probability of getting a duplicate out of the 3 boxes was only 5.7%. I must have been unlucky. It can only get better from here. And here we go, now over to the exciting stuff, the 2 Desperado crates that would normally have cost me $5 to open. In the first, I get Punk Knuckle Gloves Black. Not bad, but with a drop rate of 7.5%, they are still one of the most common items. But having relatively low drop rates even for the most common items is a good thing. If my hazy memories of binomial probability serve me correctly, the chances of ending up with a duplicate in my next box are only 0.0056, so just over 0.5%. And the second crate brings us... Are they f***ing kidding me? Seriously? What the actual Dickens? Cut the recording, I need some tea. And we're back, and you know what? I'm glad I had this experience with the free keys and the battle points that were included in the test server update. I know now to never ever spend money on these godforsaken crates. I am as salty as that salt pretzel that I accidentally dropped over the railings of my private yacht that one time while sailing in the Med. And this didn't even cost me anything. If I had just spent actual battle points and then $5 only to end up with the same item twice, heads would have rolled, I guarantee it. And with this eye-opening experience, let's end it there. Adding more methods of reporting cheaters? Thumbs up. Adding new types of loot boxes? Why not? Buying keys for $2.50 each to open loot boxes? Get stuffed, Bluehole. And then see a doctor, seriously. If any of your holes turn blue, it's time to seek medical attention. But as always guys, those last few notes are just my personal opinions. Are you one of those people who are supposedly looking forward to these paid loot boxes? And what about the new reporting methods? Do you think they will make a difference to you at all? Let me know in the comments section below. And with that guys, thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next episode.